After the political crisis of the Ek No Chhe Safar, Pakistan entered a very difficult period in the Ek No Saat Safar. The country was already weak because of political problems, economic inequality, and tension between East and West Pakistan. These problems finally led to one of the most important events in Pakistan's history, the separation of East Pakistan. In March 1969, President Ayub Khan resigned due to growing protests and handed power to General Yahya Khan. General Yahya Khan became the new military ruler and promised to restore order and hold elections. In December 1970, Pakistan held its first general elections. The results showed a clear victory for the Awami League in East Pakistan, led by Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, while in West Pakistan the Pakistan People's Party (PPP), led by Zulfikar Ali Bhutto gained most seats. However, the political crisis began when the government refused to transfer power to the Awami League, even though it had won the majority in the National Assembly. East Pakistan felt ignored and unfairly treated. This situation increased anger, protests, and demands for full autonomy. East Pakistan already had many complaints before this. People there felt that their language, Bengali, was not given equal status with Urdu. They also believed that most government money was spent in West Pakistan, while East Pakistan remained poor despite earning large foreign income from jute and tea. They also felt they had less representation in the army and government, even though they had a larger population. Because of these issues, tensions kept increasing. In 1966, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman had already presented the six-point program, which demanded greater autonomy for East Pakistan. It included demands such as a federal system, provincial control over taxation, separate currency or financial control, and more independence in trade and defense matters. West Pakistan strongly opposed these demands because they feared the country would break apart and they would lose power. The situation became worse when President Yahya Khan postponed the National Assembly session. This created even more protests in East Pakistan. Sheikh Mujib was arrested, and anger spread rapidly. Many people joined the Mukti Bahini, a group that supported independence. At the same time, violence increased, and the situation turned into a civil war-like condition. India also became involved in the crisis. India supported the Mukti Bahini with training and weapons, and millions of refugees fleeing into India created further pressure. India used this situation to weaken Pakistan, and war eventually broke out between India and Pakistan in 1971. Pakistan could not defend East Pakistan properly because of military weakness compared to India. In December 1971, Pakistan's forces in East Pakistan surrendered, and East Pakistan became an independent country called Bangladesh. This was a major shock for West Pakistan. It was a painful loss, and many people did not expect it to happen so quickly. The defeat also badly affected Pakistan's international position and internal stability. After the war, General Yahya Khan resigned, and Zulfikar Ali Bhutto became the new leader in December 1971. Bhutto inherited a very weak and broken country. Pakistan had lost almost 2% of its foreign income because East Pakistan had provided most of it through exports like jute and rice. Bhutto became president and later prime minister. He introduced a new political and economic system based on his idea of Islamic socialism. His slogan was "Food, Clothing, and Shelter for All People," which gained him strong support from poor citizens. Bhutto introduced many reforms. In the economy, he nationalized many industries such as banks, insurance companies, and large factories. He believed this would reduce inequality and stop wealth being controlled by a few rich families. Trade unions were allowed to improve workers' rights. However, nationalization also caused problems such as slow economic growth, mismanagement, and capital flight, where investors took money out of Pakistan. He also introduced land reforms, setting limits on land ownership so that land could be distributed more fairly. However, powerful landowners avoided these rules, so the reforms did not fully succeed. In education, he nationalized schools and colleges to improve literacy, and he also tried to raise living standards for workers. Bhutto also introduced the 1973 constitution, which made Pakistan a parliamentary system with a prime minister as head of government. It declared Islam as the state religion, gave fundamental rights, and recognized Urdu as the national language while also allowing provincial languages. In foreign affairs, Bhutto improved Pakistan's relations with Islamic countries. A major achievement was the Islamic Summit Conference in Lahore in 1974, which increased Pakistan's respect in the Muslim world. However, Bhutto's rule also faced criticism. Opposition parties accused him of being authoritarian and controlling power too strongly. In 1977, general elections were held, but the opposition claimed there was rigging. This led to protests across the country. Because of the political crisis, General Zia-ul-Haq took power in July 1977 in a military coup. He imposed martial law, suspended the constitution, and banned political parties. Bhutto was arrested, tried, and later executed in 1979, which created deep political division in Pakistan. General Zia ruled Pakistan for many years. He introduced Islamization policies, changing laws according to Islamic teachings. These included Islamic courts, zakat and ushur taxes, compulsory Islamic studies, and restrictions in some areas of society. He also strengthened Islamic identity in Pakistan. During Zia's rule, a major international event affected Pakistan, the Soviet invasion of Afghanistan in 1979. Millions of Afghan refugees entered Pakistan, creating social and economic pressure. However, Pakistan also became very important to the United States because it supported the fight against communism. Pakistan received financial aid, which helped its economy grow. Zia also changed economic policy by reversing nationalization and returning industries to private ownership. This helped restore investor confidence and improved economic growth. At the same time, many Pakistanis working abroad sent large amounts of money back home, which also strengthened the economy. Zia held a referendum in 1984 to extend his rule, and later elections were held in 1985 without political parties. He still controlled the system and kept the power to dismiss governments. In 1985, Muhammad Khan Jr. became prime minister, but real power remained with Zia. In 1988, General Zia died in a plane crash. After his death, civilian rule returned. Elections were held, and Benazir Bhutto, daughter of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, became prime minister. She became one of the first female leaders of a Muslim country and brought hope for democracy in Pakistan. In conclusion, the period from 1970 to 1988 was a very important and unstable time in Pakistan's history. It included the breakup of Pakistan in 1971, Bhutto's reforms and downfall, Zia's military rule and Islamization, and finally the return of democracy under Benazir Bhutto.